You're good.
All right, guys, we're back from break. You guys ready to go for round two today? Yeah. All right, an awesome group. So, as promised, what we're going to do next, we're going to move into master negotiating techniques. Now, in the next 30 to 45 minutes, what I'm going to teach you guys to become is master negotiators. A part of the top 5% of master negotiators in this business. And how many of you want that?
Yeah.
Say, I want that.
I want that.
Now, what I'm going to teach you is cutting edge techniques that me and my family have perfected for years. Master negotiating skills that will dramatically reduce the risk of investing in real estate and dramatically increase your chances of success. Now, when I teach you these master negotiating skills, I'm going to teach you to do them with zero verbal negotiating skills and zero confrontation.
Yeah.
Now, I get a lot of people that come up to me and say, well, Coach, I'm a little worried because I don't have that outgoing personality. I'm worried about the negotiation process. Am I going to be able to do this business? And that's why we've created the process you're about to go through. Because not everybody's a great salesperson. You don't have to be. Remember, this business is about creating what?
Relationships.
The win-win. It's about creating relationships, the win-win. And I was talking about master negotiating skills one time, and I had a student say to me, well, I'm such a tough negotiator. When people see me come, they run. Well, they run because they don't like you. Negotiations aren't supposed to be a confrontation. And if there's a confrontation, are we going to find the win-win?
No.
Somebody's going to lose. Now, I just want to ask you this. If I teach you a master negotiating process where you can become a part of the top 5% of master negotiators in this country in real estate investing with zero verbal negotiating skills, zero confrontation, dramatically increase your chances of success and reducing your risk, how many of you are going to be all in?
Yeah.
Say all in.
All in.
All right, guys, buckle your seatbelts because this gets really, really intense. Now, our goal initially out of the gate is to do 1 month of some kind, mobile home, single family home, assignment of contract. I don't care what it is. Our goal out of the gate is to do 1 a month. So would you guys like some numbers? Because this is a numbers game, it's a statistical game of how many offers you're actually going to have to make per month to get 1 a month done.
Yes.
Okay? You're going to have to make 20 offers a month. On average. Now, an offer is not an offer unless that offer is in writing. Verbal offers don't count. So when I say 20 offers, that's 20 physical offers in writing. Understand?
Yeah.
See, understand?
I understand.
Verbal offer doesn't count. Now, of those 20 offers, that will be represented by 40 contracts. I'm going to expound on this in great detail for you, Jerry. I see that look on your eyes, and a lot of people are like, huh. So to become a master negotiator, you got to learn, you got to give people options. So Edwin, when I make an offer, I'm going to give you options. It's called Plan A,
Plan B.
Plan B. So check this out, Gil. We've analyzed your property search, one we would like to own. I've come up with 2 agreements. Here's Plan A, here's Plan B, just pick one.
Hey.
Sweet. Hey, Jan, I've analyzed your property. Here's a deal, take it or leave it.
Now.
Guys, which one sounds better? Here's Plan A, here's Plan B, just pick one. Guys, when you give people options on every transaction that you do, it empowers them to make a decision other than no. Give people options. People like options. Because if I give you options, then who's in control of making the choice? Take it or leave it, I'm in control. Plan A, Plan B, just pick one. I guess listen to me. If you're going to make options, Plan A, Plan B, you better make sure that you're okay with both options because you never know which one somebody's going to take. I mean, I set up a deal a long time ago, and I made one of the options a terrible deal. At least I thought so. And I made the other option a better deal. I thought so. Well, they took what I thought was a terrible deal. And as long as they were happy, is everything okay? Okay? Now, at the exact same time, we made two offers, which I'm going to walk you through this whole process, step by step by step. On every deal that we do, how many of you in the room want to increase your chances of getting these properties with seller financing?
Yes.
In other words, take the bank right out of the transaction. Now, let me explain what seller financing is. If you have a home and you sell it to me with seller financing, that means I'm going to make my payments to you and not to a bank. You will have become the bank. And sometimes people have a hard time grasping this concept. So, let's say I have a home, Vince, and I sell it to you. And I sell the home to you with seller financing. You're going to make your payments to me and not to a bank. I have become the bank. If I sell you the home with seller financing, Vince, who owns the home? You do. Nope. How can I own something that I have sold? You own it. I own the paper. Because I'd much rather own the paper than own the bricks and mortars. I just want to become the bank. And this will really help you. How many of you in the room own a home that's financed with the bank? Okay. Who owns your home? You or the bank?
The bank.
The bank does not own your home.
You do.
Guys, do you have a drive-through window at your house? Do tellers show up at 9 o'clock on Monday to go to work? See, Lori, the bank owns the paper on the property. You own the property. And when the toilet breaks or the faucet leaks, do you call the bank to come fix it?
No.
Okay, now I know I'm in master negotiating techniques here, and how many of you are excited to learn how to become the bank?
Yes.
That'll be later today. So, pay real close attention. I'm going to make one offer on the property called Plan A at 80% of the property's after repair value, asking for seller financing. I'll repeat that. Plan A is going to go over what percent? 80% of the property's ARV, after repair value. And I'm going to ask to buy that property at 80% of its value in writing. An offer is not an offer unless it's in writing. And I'm going to ask to buy it with seller financing. In other words, I'm offering to buy your property for $176,000, as an example, on a 30-year note at 6.75% interest with a payment of $1,100 a month. So I mean, when I make this offer to them in writing, it's very clearly that I want to buy it over time from them with seller financing. Yes?
Yes.
We're not trying to hide anything. We're not trying to disguise anything. We're very upfront with exactly what it is that we want to do. Now, Plan B, offer number 2, is going to go over at 70% of the property's value, 70% of the ARV, the after repair value, stating that I can pay all cash and close quickly. So Plan B is going to go over at what percent? 70% of what? ARV, stating that I can pay all what? Cash. And close quickly. Now guys, don't get all spun out about the whole all cash thing. Just because I tell somebody that I can pay all cash does not mean I'm writing a check out of the Hit National Bank. That money's going to come from one of my money resources. We talked about Power Team yesterday. If I've got 3 community bankers on my Power Team, how many money resources is that? 3. If I've got 3 mortgage brokers on my Power Team, I have 3 more money sources. If I've got $500,000 in credit cards at 0%, that's more money sources. If I've got 40,000 investors in my investor database through the REI system, and a lot of those investors are at the top of the food chain, they don't want to work anymore, they just want to lend money, that's called peer-to-peer lending. Is that another bucket of money?
Yes.
See, as an investor, you want a bucket of money here, a bucket of money here, a bucket of money here, a bucket of money here. When you have a deal, you decide what bucket to go to. Sometimes we go to multiple buckets. So Muriel, even if I go to the community bank and get a loan for the property, when we come to the closing table, Martin, it's all cash to the seller because a cashier's check is there. Is that correct?
Yes.
So can I tell somebody that I can pay all cash and close quickly if my money sources are in place? Yes. It's a negotiating tool. That's all it is. To tell somebody you can pay all cash and close quickly is just a negotiating technique. All right, review. Plan A goes over what percent? 80%. Asking for what? Plan B goes over what percent?
70.
Stating that I can what?
All cash.
Pay all cash and close quickly. The offers must be in
Right.
writing, and they're delivered at the exact same time. So they're reviewing both offers at the exact same time. So my question to you is, which one of these offers do you think they pay the most attention to? The seller financing offer or the all cash offer?
All cash.
Really?
They get more money
Hmm.
than 80%. Of course, you may not.
Because you've been programmed your entire life that cash is king.
Yeah.
Cash is no longer king. Money's not worth the paper it's printed on. It's going down in value quicker than you can earn interest on it in a bank. Cash is no longer king, guys. And let's say that you go to a car dealership to buy a car. Do they want you to pay cash for the car, or do they want you to finance the car?
Finance.
I want you to
They
finance
won't
the
give
car.
any deals if you pay cash.
No, they don't give deals for cash anymore. They want you to finance it because then they get the rebate money from the factory or a kickback from the bank. They make more money on the financing of the car sometimes than they do the car itself. Now, I may have some insider trader information on this subject. Because my previous life, 16 years ago, was general manager of 40 car franchise. So, if you want to buy a car and get the best deal you've ever gotten in your life, just let me know.
Yes.
I'll tell you how to negotiate it. I could write a 75-page book on this, and there'd be a lot of people in the car business that would not be happy. We'll just make the author anonymous, right?
We're all blind and deaf.
Okay? So, guys, track with me here, and you're going to see that they actually don't pay as much attention to the all-cash offer. All right, so track with me. So we're going to be working this hypothetical deal here with a guy named Mr. Smith.
He's my favorite.
So Mr. Smith has a property, and he's got it advertised for sale, and it's advertised on Craigslist. So I call Mr. Smith up on the phone, and I go through the 4-minute information gathering process, which every one of you in this room have the script on, which we will practice this afternoon. Remember, at 1:15 today, what's going to happen in this room? About the one and my technology works. That phone's going to blow up all day long until 5. Well, class will be over around 5, but it's going to keep blowing up all the way till about midnight. With opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. These are going to be people that have properties that are for sale. They're calling me, I'm not calling them. I do not go look for opportunity events. What do? We create the opportunity. Become the creators of your future. Become the creators of opportunity. So when I unleash that at 1:15 today, it's brand new technology that me and my team's created. It's really cool. It's really cool. So we call Mr. Smith up on the phone. We go through that information gathering process with Mr. Smith. We find out all the characteristics of the property. And once I have the address and all the characteristics of the property, my very first step is to go into the software and comp that property. I comp the property, and the property has an ARV of $220,000. Mr. Smith's asking price on this property is $200,000. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, if ARV is $220, why is he only asking $200 for the property? Mr. Smith has been transferred to Texas. If he doesn't sell the property here in Florida quickly, he's already bought a home in Texas, moved his family to Texas, he's going to be making double payments. He just wants out. Does that sound like a real life situation?
Yes.
Happens all the time, guys. Happens all the time. So I've got a property that's got an ARV of 220. Plan A is going to go over at 80% of the ARV. Not 80% of the asking price, guys. Don't get greedy. 80% of that property's actual value is going to be the Plan A offer. So Plan A goes over at 80%, which is 176. Dear Mr. Smith, we'd like to buy your property for $176 on a 30-year note at 6.75% interest. The payment will be approximately $1,100 a month. We'll do exact numbers in software in a moment. Martin, the second offer is going to go over at 70% of the 220. Guys, I'm not good with math, somebody help me out here. 70% of 220 is how much? Help, 70% of 220, guys. 154? Is that right?
Yeah.
Some of you are just as good at the math as I am. 154. Now, the 154 says that I can pay all cash and close quickly. Plan A goes over at 176, stating that I want to buy it with seller financing. Plan B goes over at 154, stating that I can pay all cash and close quickly. Guys, you tell me, you got two contracts sitting in front of you right now, one of them for 176, one of them for 154. Which one of those contracts you going to pay the most attention to?
176.
Jerry, they're going to focus in on the higher priced contract. Congratulations, you're very perceptive. You picked that up from the beginning. Human nature is going to cause somebody to focus in on the higher price contract, guys. Now listen to me. I didn't say they take seller financing. What I said to you was, is which one of these contracts will they pay the most attention to? Now, something we need to address at this moment in time by right now, is it possible, because of the way I make these offers, one at 176, one at 154, with an asking price of $200,000, is it possible that somebody might get aggravated at me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm an investor. I do not pay full price for anything. We never ever pay full price. I want to buy, and I want to buy at a discount. Everybody say, I want to buy.
I want to buy.
Say, I want to buy at a discount.
I want to buy at a discount.
Therefore, somebody might get aggravated at me. So if somebody gets aggravated at me because of the way I made these offers, I better have a very professional response for them, or this whole process is probably over, yes?
Yes.
Right now, business plan agreements, everybody write this down. Business plan agreements. I will follow up on all offers within 24 hours of the time that they were delivered. I will follow up on all offers within 24 hours of the time that they're delivered. So, Nick, in other words, if I've made you an offer in writing and you have not responded to me within 24 hours, what am I doing?
Breaking an agreement.
Getting them on the phone.
Get on that phone. It's on the business
Getting them on the phone. How many of you want to hear what this phone call sounds like?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Martin, this is Gregory with Florida Relations Investment Group. As I've been very clear, we do not purchase properties in our personal name, and if you are, you're making a huge mistake, and you're setting yourselves up for a huge liability. Well, then somebody might say to me, well, I tried to buy it in my business name, and I went to Bank of America to get financing on it, and they wouldn't let me do it in the business name. They told me I had to do it in my personal name if I wanted to be financed. Well, that's what you get for doing business with a national bank or a regional bank instead of a community bank where I have a relationship with the president of the bank that doesn't sell the loans and doesn't have to meet those underwriter guidelines. We've learned this, yes?
Yes.
Martin Gregory here with Florida Relations Investment Group. I made you 2 offers yesterday on your property. We were certainly hoping to move forward and do business. We're ready. And Martin says, well, Gregory, I didn't call you back because where in the world did you come up with this crazy price of $154? I'm not taking $154 for my property. And Martin says, furthermore, where did you come up with the idea of seller financing? I never told you that I would sell my property to you with seller financing. Does it sound like Martin is aggravated at me?
Yes.
Yeah. I better have a professional response for him right now, or this call is what? Over. So you're going to love this, guys. This is years and years of experience here, evolutionary process to get to where we're at today. Martin, sir, first of all, please don't be aggravated with me. That is the formula that the Florida Corporation came up with. Guys, I don't take the blame for anything. I made this offer in the name of the corporation. I signed the offer in my corporate capacity. Who wants to learn a little bit about asset protection right now?
Yes.
All right, guys, let's say that this chair right here, okay, this chair right here, this is my LLC, this is my corporation. I could be the sole stockholder in this LLC or corporation. I could be the single managing member in this corporation. And is there complete separation between me and the corporation?
Yes.
100%, that's why we incorporated. So I could tell Martin's aggravated with me on the phone right now. So I said to Martin, I said, Martin, first of all, sir, please don't be aggravated with me. That is the formula that the Florida Corporation came up with. Sir, when it comes to price, I'm on your side. Guys, it just now became me and Martin against who?
The corporation.
The chair. The corporation. Now, here's what I want to ask you guys. Am I really on Martin's side when it comes to price?
No.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, guys. Remember, I want to find the win-win with no confrontation. How in the world can I find the win-win unless I get on his side? Well, it gets better, guys. Pay attention. Martin, I heard you share a couple of things with me so far in conversation. I am on your side, sir. So I understand that you think the 154 is a ridiculous price. I hear you loud and clear. I also heard you share with me that you would not sell the property for 176 with seller financing. Martin responds, look, Gregory, you know that I'm transferred. I got to have the money, man. I need it. Martin, I understand. I'm on your side, sir. Just want to make sure that what you're telling me is what I'm hearing. When somebody gives you an objection, what are you supposed to do? Listen, restate it, to make sure you have the proper objection. Why handle an objection that's not real? And Martin says, that's right, man, I got to have the money, I've been transferred, Martin, I understand. Now let me ask you this, Martin, in the event that I could get this corporation to pay you 176 for the property and close quickly, would you be more interested in that?
Absolutely.
Now guys, in this situation, he might tell me no. Let's get real clear. I was clear yesterday, far more people tell me no than tell me yes. Am I okay with that? Because when somebody tells me yes, they're telling me yes at my terms. Remember, I'm making 20 offers a month here in writing under this process. 19 will tell me no. I remember this like it was yesterday. I think every one of us goes through this. You will, we all will. Straight out of my 3-day class, like you guys, I was fired up, hit the ground running wide open on Monday morning. My advanced training program was in place, my mentor was in place, and I started making my offers. I'm getting told no, and no, and no, and no, and no. And I freak out. I get my mentor on the phone. I said, man, I made a mistake. I need to go beg for my job back. This isn't working out for me. Everybody's telling me no. I'm crazy. And my mentor said to me, they said, Gregory, well, how many people have told you no? I said, about 15. He says, you only got 4 more to go till you get your yes. Guys, we got to reprogram our brains that when somebody tells me no, that's okay. Because I'm just now that much closer to getting to my yes. So, little Miss Rhonda in the back of the room, straight out of her, she always going to tell the story, straight up her 3-day class, and she hits the ground running wide open. She runs into that very first deal, and I'm not answering my text in 15 minutes. She can't get anybody else on the phone, and she flips out. I got this deal, nobody will call me back.
To be fair, I'm really, really OCD, and I expect them to call in 15 minutes.
I'm sure it was longer than 15 minutes. I mean, bottom line is, guys, when you leave here, that first deal you look at may not, it might be the right deal. I pray to God it is, let's do it. And it may not be the right deal, you can't flip out. And what if 5 deals unravel? What if 10 deals unravel before we get one? Because I believe it was another, probably 45 days after that till she did her first deal, that deal was not a good deal. It's okay when people tell us no, yes?
Yes.
But if I stay to the course, stay to the plan, stay to the systems and processes, we'll make multiple offers until we get one accepted. That's why it's a numbers game, guys. How many deals do you want to do? How much money do you want to make? How hard do you want to work? You want to to double everything I've said this weekend, then double the amount of offers that you make per month. Double the amount of phone calls that you make every day. Because it really boils down to 5 phone calls to for sale by owner that are properties that are not listed with realtors, and 5 phone calls a day to investors that are cash buyers, and my software will find those properties for you. If you make 10 phone calls a day, the phone calls are about a 4-minute phone call. 10 times, so you're making 10 phone calls a day, 4 minutes, that's 40 minutes out of your day. How many of you can spend 40 minutes a day on this business?
Yes.
But you gotta be disciplined to make those calls, or whether they go good or bad, because they'll get better and better and better and better. You make those 5 for sale by owner calls a day, 5 investor calls a day, guys, I'm telling you, you'll have more opportunity than you know what to do with. And when that opportunity comes, that's when you need the help. That you will get call logs. You will be required to turn your call logs in. Because I'm certainly not gonna let you 30 days down the road or 60 days down the road whine and complain to me that this isn't working, because it 100% works when you do everything you're supposed to do. Yes?
Yes.
I mean, you wanted a coach that would hold you accountable, right?
Yes.
Good, because you got one. Now, Martin, check this out. So if you buy it at 176, and the property's really worth how much? And listen to me, class, we make money in real estate when we buy. The money's made in the buy. Say we make money when we buy.
Make money when we buy.
Because that's why I want to buy. To make money when I buy. The profit's realized when we sell. The money's made in the buy. So, Jerry, if that property's truly worth $220 and I'm getting it for $176, how much money did we make in this buy?
44.
44K. Guys and gals, how many deals do you have to do like that a month to change the quality of your life?
Just one.
How many a year? How many deals like that a year would you have to do to change the quality of your life? How about one a month? Come on. How many of you in the room think you could comfortably live off of 44 grand a month?
All day long, buddy. Fitch by, work first.
Check that out. Check that out for a while. See how it works out for you. Because guys, listen to me. I know it's tough for you to see the world the way I see it for you, and 44 grand a month in this business today is just a good start. Because you start making 44 grand a month in this business, you want to make how much? 88. Start making 88, you want to start making how much? 172. Or whatever the math is. Give or take a few $1,000, right? Who cares? Yes, listen, and you guys know it, and I talk to my students about this all the time. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm not good at math. I'm not good with proper grammar. I'm not good with spelling. I know that, and I have tools that help me with math. Guys, when I get into the analyst of the deal right down to the ROI and the penny, that's what the software's for. So we don't have to be all this stuff that you think you need to be. You just got to have the right plan in place. Now, so I could get this property, go ahead and flip it for the 220 and make 44K. Now, if I did that in less than 1 year and 1 day, I'd be taxed at what rate?
Up to 50.
As high as 50%, and earned income rate depends on your state and your tax bracket. And in the very beginning, guys, what you should do is get these under contract and assign them, get them under contract, close on them, and flip them, and build stacks of what? Cash. What do you do with your stacks of cash?
Yeah, bad debt.
Pay off any bad debt that you've acquired, and when your bad debts are paid, you are debt-free. Then we now take the stacks of cash, and we do the buy and hold. We reinvest in buy and holds. They give us passive income for life. Because I'm giving you a very safe formula right here. So we flipped several of these. We made some good money. We're debt-free. We don't need to flip them anymore. So I can now take somebody that I'm going to sell this property to and put them into a lease option. Would you agree?
Yes.
So why don't we go ahead and do a 13-month lease option?
Like 13?
The question was, why 13 months? I've now delayed, thank you so much, thank you. I've now delayed my closing for 1 year and 1 day, reducing my tax rate from around 50% all the way down to short-term capital gains, which is 15 plus, ends up being around 20. How many of you like that concept?
Yeah, love it.
Oh, yeah. Now, here's the beautiful thing, guys. Today, throughout the United States of America, the average appreciation rate in this country is around 10%. Property's going up about 10% a year throughout the entire country. So let's just get ultra conservative and let's say this neighborhood, this property here is only going up at 5% a year. Well, if I'm doing a 13-month lease option and the property's worth $220 today, and I'm doing a 13-month lease option, 5% of $220 is $11K. So I'm going to get that appreciation for the 13 months. I'm also going to get some cash flow. But if I just take a look at how much I made when I purchased it, plus the appreciation in 13 months, when we cash out of this deal, guys, that's 55K. If I did a 24-month lease option, what happens to these numbers? They go up. If I did a 36-month lease option, what happens to these numbers? They go up. Now, I don't know if you guys actually realize the impact of what I just shared with you. Plan A, Plan B is specifically designed. Let me back up before I tell you this. I present Plan A, I present Plan B. They buy it on 176 without seller financing, and Martin, I go ahead and get the property under contract. What would be my very first exit strategy that I could apply to this situation if I've got it under contract for 176, it's worth 220, it's in a neighborhood that's going up in value, what would be the very first exit strategy that I could apply? A sign a contract. Excellent, Edwin. The steps are on the wall. Or they're actually up here. Guys, if I get this under contract for 176 and I've got an investor database of 40,000 investors throughout the United States of America, I can assign this property all day long for 10 grand. So here's my options. I get it under contract, I can assign it for 10 grand. I get it under contract for 176, close on it, flip it for the 220, make 44. I get it under contract for 176, close on it, put somebody into a 24-month lease option, I make 55K. Let this sink in. Plan A, Plan B is specifically designed to set you guys up to make 10 to 55 grand minimum per transaction. Let that sink in for a little bit. Your brain will start smoking.